You know that moment when your child turns into a tiny whirlwind of emotion and you're wondering if you're starring in a disaster movie? Yeah, me too. Hi, I'm Emma, your resident parenting expert with over 20 years of experience and about 20,000 parenting mistakes to show for it. Today we're talking tantrums, those pint-sized hurricanes that test even the calmest among us. Stick around because I'll share 7 mindful ways to stay calm during those tantrum tornadoes. And I promise by the end of this video, you'll feel more equipped to handle the storm without yelling or hiding in the pantry. Let's dive in. Stop yelling. 7 mindful ways to stay calm during tantrums. Tip number 1. Take a deep breath, or 10. When your child starts losing it, your first instinct might be to match their volume. Resist. Instead, pause and breathe. Deep breathing lowers your stress and buys you a moment to think. Inhale, exhale, and repeat until you're not tempted to text your babysitter for backup. Deep breathing might not stop the tantrum immediately, but it'll help you approach the situation with a clearer head. Think of it this way. You're modeling calm for your child. They may not copy it now, but someday they'll exhale their way through life's little frustrations, like you forgetting their Wi-Fi password. Tip number 2, name the feeling. Sometimes your child is so overwhelmed they don't even know what's going on. That's where you come in, like the helpful narrator of their life story. Sarah, you're feeling frustrated because your dinosaur toy won't roar. By naming the feeling, you're doing 2 things, showing empathy and teaching them emotional intelligence. It's like handing them a roadmap to navigate their emotions. Plus, it makes you look like a parenting wizard, at least for a moment. Tip number 3, lower your voice. Sarah is crying loudly about bedtime. Her mom kneels and whispers, "Let's read your favorite book together." Sarah quiets down to hear her. "This one's my favorite." Whispering. When they're screaming like they've been cast in a drama, lower your voice to a calm, steady whisper. Trust me, it's magic. When you whisper, it forces them to focus. It also helps you keep your cool, which is a win for everyone. Just don't whisper creepy things like, "Wait until you see the broccoli for dinner." That'll backfire. Tip number 4, use humor. Sarah wails because her sandwich isn't cut perfectly. Her dad says, "Oh no, the sandwich police are coming," and starts pretending to be a sandwich inspector. Sarah giggles despite herself. When in doubt, laugh it out. A well-timed joke can diffuse even the most intense tantrum. Humor doesn't just lighten the mood, it shows your child you're on their side. Just make sure the joke is gentle and not dismissive of their feelings, and maybe save the stand-up routine for later. Tip number 5, give them space. Here's a hard truth. Sometimes your child just needs to get it all out, and that's okay. Giving them space doesn't mean abandoning them. Stay nearby, show you're there, but let them work through their big feelings. It's like being a lifeguard at the emotional pool. Tip number 6, focus on connection, not control. When a tantrum hits, it's not about winning or losing. It's about reconnecting. When you approach tantrums with connection, you build trust. Your child feels safe, and you're less likely to end up yelling into the void. Tip number 7, reflect later. The tantrum might be over, but the learning isn't. Later, when everyone's calm, take time to reflect. Reflecting helps your child understand their emotions and teaches them better ways to cope. It also shows that you're invested in growing together. Parenting isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. Tantrums are tough, but with these 7 tips, you'll be better equipped to handle them with grace, humor, and maybe even a little sanity left over. If you found this helpful, give a thumbs up, subscribe to Raising Stars, and share your best tantrum survival tip in the comments below. We're all in this together, parents. See you next time.